Well, hey there, everybody. It's Carpo here, and I just wanted to make a quick video to give a shout out to all the parents out there who have dealt with this COVID-19 lockdown. And, I was giving it some thought over the past few weeks. There are two groups of people who have probably had a difficult time, and one would be parents who have children in the house where you can't leave your home, where you've been trapped for a period of time, can't go to the park, can't go to the playground, can't go out to the store. And gradually, as this is easing, I hope a lot of families have a new appreciation for time spent together. But I also know that it's very difficult, especially when it's unexpected, when everyone's home at the same time, and all of a sudden, not only are the kids home all the time, I've had plenty of summer vacations. I have a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old that are still in school. And my 10-year-old, this was his last year in 5th grade. And just like high schoolers, it's hard for people who have just made it all the way through their school and they can't even see their class before they go, or their teachers. But on top of that, they have to spend the last 3 months trying to learn on a new method, Seesaw, which is an application for kids, using Zoom to connect with their classes. And parents just like going, great, how do I figure this one out and this one out? And I think it's important to recognize the parents who have dealt with a lot of the learning process in this. The main point I wanted to make, but before I do, I should say also we should give a lot of props to the teachers. I don't want to forget to say that. The teachers have made a huge effort to put these assignments together in a different format and try to connect with their students. And I'm sure it's even more difficult for the teachers to deal with than it is for the students and the parents. And I'll be honest, a lot of parents have kind of opted out, just said, I can't do this. We didn't finish all the assignments. It was difficult. By the time we figured out how to use some of these apps, it was like, as long as he knows it, right? But this brings me to the main point, which is, a lot of people have criticisms of the school system, public school in general. I can completely concur. I understand the roots of the school system. It wasn't designed to educate people. It was designed to make workers, give people the basic mathematics and reading skills, and be able to get, to the factories and get things done. We've tried to morph this over time, but generally the public school system is still kind of a cookie-cutter system. Therefore, there's a lot of resistance to public school, which is understandable. But the point I want to make is never in history, at least in my life, have we had a moment where everyone took the same time off. And I've heard a lot of podcasts and interviews where parents have brought their kids and asked their kids, how do you feel about this? And I think this is something we forget to ask. A lot of the parents saying whether they like school or they think school is good or bad. But what do the kids think? And when most kids are asked, they say they miss their teachers, they miss their friends, they miss going to school. And it's a structure issue. We all know this. But we've said, well, school is for socialism. Well, I could socialize them some other way. But school is a phenomenal place for kids to learn the ins and outs of dealing with other people. But more than that, to have a structure that allows them to learn. When you're at home, it's near impossible to do it. It's like when people say they work from home, that's why you set aside an office and time to work. You can't have your home, you can't do all your work in your living room if you have a business from home. It's just not possible. You can try, but the distractions are plenty. So for any parents who are able to organize and get all these things done, it takes a lot of work to get your work done and then deal with your kids' school when usually they're at school. So it's kind of a double whammy. Not only is it harder for you to do your work because the kids are constantly asking for things, but it's harder for them because you can't teach them the way their teachers can, at least not usually. So it's been a difficult time. It's been a long ride, and a lot of us have had some ups. Most of us, all of us, have probably had ups and downs. The other group of people, besides the parents, I wanted to say before I forget, is people who live alone. Because couples might not fare so bad. They have each other. But when it comes to people who live alone, that's a very difficult one. Unless they like to live alone. And I know some people who don't like interaction with others and they prefer to be isolated, and that's fine too. But a lot of people are lonely, and then a lot of people are overwhelmed at the same time. And now we're going back to trying to get our lives back together. And at the same time, we feel we've let our guard down, of course, because this virus, we feel like it's just gone. Summer's here and everything's going to be fine. And maybe so. I certainly hope so. But, I have different feelings about the reality of it. But anyhow, I'm going to try to enjoy my summer at least. Now that the kids are out as of yesterday, that's why I'm making this video. Yesterday was the last day. The kids did their, online discussion with their teachers. And today is the first official day of summer, which is the summer solstice anyway, which happened at 2:43 p.m. here. And it's funny because it's pouring rain out here in Portland. It just sucks. It's supposed to be all sunny and nice. So, have a great summer. And all you kids out there, have a great summer too. School sucks, but it's something that if you ask your kids themselves, they might say they actually like it. And that makes it difficult for us to judge it, right? Anyway, your thoughts are always welcome. Let me know. Talk to y'all later. Have a good day.